Just picked up a few more tools from Engineer. These are made in Japan. I had already done a video on some screw extraction pliers from this brand, Engineer, marketed as Vampliers in the US with red handles, but a lot of the comments mentioned a few other models that I should pick up and definitely have in my tool bag, so I followed your advice and picked up each one of these. Let's open them up and I'll show you what I got. Hey, what's up YouTube? Dan the Fix-It Man. Got another quick video here for you. This is kind of a follow-up video to the previous video that I did of Engineer screw extraction pliers. I had bought several, including this one here, the PZ-58, and so far I've been very impressed. I like the fit and finish, and the quality seems great. Again, these are marketed as Vampliers here in the US with red handles, and they do cost a little bit more than these green-handled versions that you can get from Japan. But going from left to right here, these are the Neji-saurus JS. This is the Tetsuan scissors. Then we have the Neji-saurus GTV. This right here is just a little protective sheath or cap or cover for the PZ-58 screw extraction pliers. It does not come included with the pliers, and so I thought I should go ahead and pick that up too. It was pretty inexpensive. Now they also have part numbers up here. This is the PZ-32, the PH-55, and the PZ-77. So we'll start over here with these, the PZ-32 or JS. Now these are very similar in size to the PZ-58s, about the same length. Yeah, they look like they're identical in length, but these are different. Now one of the biggest difference, of course, is the color on the handles of these. They're more of like an olive green, and then the plier head itself is black. These have that same T-shaped handle which fits in your palm and into your fingers without digging in, and they feel really good right outside the package, nice and smooth, not stiff or anything like that. Very precise as far as the machining, just like all of the Engineer pliers that I've looked at. So these do have the same vertical serrations that the Engineer and Vamplier pliers are known for. That's of course designed to grab on or wrap around the head of a screw so that you get more contact there. Ordinary pliers where it's flat, it's not really grabbing onto the screw, and then this with the vertical serrations maximizes the surface area around that screw. Now this does have a cutting jaw, just like many of the other Engineer pliers, but one of the things that's unique about this particular model is that the teeth are intermeshed. On some of the other versions, they were intermeshed as well, but on the one that's the same size here, the PZ-58, they're not. This is a different jaw design or different teeth design than this one here. And that kind of goes along with what I was saying in the other video, that it really just depends on what you're doing or what you're working on. Now, as far as the black finish, of course, here in the description, it just says jet black finish, but I'm not sure if that's a different material or a different type of coating. It might be for corrosion resistance or something else. I'm really not sure. If any of you guys know, feel free to chime in, but that's pretty much everything on this one. Somebody suggested I pick these up. I'm glad I did. It's just another variation with the intermesh teeth that really allows you to grab onto some sheet metal and tug on that, and it's not going to let go. It's really going to dig in. And also just wanted to point out that they do have the little holes in the end of the handle, so you could put a little ring or a tether on that in case you're working in an area where you can't afford to drop a tool. Moving along to the next item here, the PH-55 scissors. Gives you lots of different examples here on the back of things that you can cut. So this is kind of an all-around great pair of scissors or shears to have in your tool bag or tool belt. So let's open them up and take a look here. Very nice. They feel really good right outside of the package. Now, if you look closely, you can see that the blade is flat for about the first inch or so, and then it goes into these micro serrations. So if you're cutting some cloth or fabric or even paper, you just want to have a nice clean cut, you're just going to use the end of the scissors like that. But if you want to grab a hold of maybe some leather or a tree branch or something heavy duty, you're going to want to use the added strength and cutting power of those micro serrations. See how this is a flat edge? This side is not. It's actually sharp. It's not, sharp gonna cut you. This is designed to be a safety box opener. So, you could cut through packaging tape. It also has a finger pinch guard to prevent your fingers or even a part of your palm from slipping in there and getting pinched. If you're trying to cut something really hard and you're using both hands to clamp down on it. Now, the grip here is a hard plastic. It's not a softer rubber like the other screw extraction pliers. It has what they call an anti-slip handle. It's almost like knurling or texture in there so that it grabs on and you're not going to slide around too much, even if your hands are a little greasy or dirty, but you can grab on the outside or on the inside with the finger holes here, and it looks like it's going to work out just fine. Now, some people are probably going to ask, are these ambidextrous? Can you use them right or left-handed? It feels like they would cut even with the left hand, but as far as the force of your thumb when you're cutting, usually your thumb is pushing a little bit, and I think these are going to be more of a right-handed scissor because I can feel that if I do that with my left, it feels like they're kind of pushing apart. So, you know, if you're a lefty that's used to using all kinds of scissors and universal, you'll probably be okay, but this is not like in kindergarten, you know, when you have right-handed scissors, left-handed scissors. I think these will still cut. It's just that they're probably designed for primarily use with the right hand. Now, these still have the strap holes here in the end for a tether or a ring, you know, just to prevent you from dropping that. And we do have what they call a blade cap or a sheath. This just slides on easily and clips into place. Use your finger to pop those off. Now, this little cap is designed with cutouts here on the side, but also in the end, that's going to drain if any moisture or water gets in there. But of course, you don't want to store this wet or anything like that. It says wipe it off before you put the sheath on, but looks like they're going to work out really well. I'm excited to have these in the tool bag, so we'll set that one aside now too. Moving on to this one here, the PZ-77. Let's open this up. Now, this one does come with a little sheath or cap. These are also spring-loaded just like the PZ-58s, but these are bigger. You can see right there, quite a bit longer. A little bit more leverage on this, of course, but very similar to the PZ-58s. In the jaws, of course, these have the signature vertical serrations. Still has a cutter on the inside. I'd say this is just kind of a big brother to the PZ-58s. Just a slightly different design on the head, but it looks like all of the features are about the same. It's just a little bit bigger, so you're gonna have a little bit more leverage compared to this one here. And I love that it comes with the little sheath here, so you can just slide that on and keep those in your tool bag, and those are at the ready to go. Same T-shaped handle design, so it will fit comfortably in your palm and in your fingers without digging in. Length on these are 182 millimeters. These ones over here I think are 160. And this just shows a few different examples here on the back, just cutting some wire, getting a stripped screw out, or, you know, even pulling staples or nails out of a board, even cracking a nut or opening a bottle. I mean, they're very good all-around pliers. And I love that they come with this little cap, this little sheath, so you can keep those in the bag. That was one thing when I did pick these up and, you know, noticed that they were spring-loaded. I wasn't really quite sure where I was going to put them in my tool bag, and then somebody said, hey, they make a separate cap for it, and that's what this is right here. Part number PZM58, and that's all it is. It's just a little rubberized sheath that fits perfectly on these ones right here. Look at that. Just watched another video on these PZ-58s, and somebody had these in the drawer. They were wide open, and they were talking about maybe putting a rubber band around them or something like that, but this is what you need. PZM58, that will hold them closed, and they will fit perfectly now in a bag or in a drawer without opening, and they still have that nice spring feature. Well, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys liked the video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you don't mind. That does help me out. I did purchase all of these on Amazon or Amazon Japan, and even with shipping from Japan, these were less expensive than the Vampliers or Vampire brand here in the US. The only difference is these handles are green, those are red. Maybe the warranty is different, I'm really not sure, but the price was less, and that's what I was really going for, so I went ahead and picked these ones up from Japan, and I'm really happy with them. Now, of course, I'll get links in the description where you can pick each one of these up, along with a link to the video that I already did that shows a few other different models of engineer screw extraction pliers. Thanks so much for watching, and good luck.